All right, so today we're going to do notes for section 3.4, which is about finding distances, midpoints, and slopes. So let's just do kind of a quick recap, right? Remember that we can plot points on a coordinate plane, right? We've got the x-axis, the y-axis, right? And so you can go, let's say this point here. So its coordinates would be 3, 2, right? Because we go over 3, right? So 3 is our x value, and then up 2 is our y, right? So when we have points like this, these are called coordinates. And so basically we're going to work with these coordinates to be able to find the distance between 2 points, so like the length of a segment between 2 points, the midpoint between them, and the slope that those 2 points form, right? So how steep the line is between them. So the first one we're going to talk about is the distance formula. All right, so the distance formula is the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So let's apply this to an example. Right, so let's say we want to find the distance between the points -2, 5, and 4, 1. Right, so this is going to be x1, and this would be y1, right? So it's the x coordinate of the first point and the y coordinate of the first point. And then 4 would be x2, and 1 would be y2. So again, it's the the x coordinate of the second point, and then the y coordinate of the second point. So then what we're going to do is we're just going to plug these numbers into our formula. So the distance equals x2 is 4 minus x1, which is -2. Then we'll square that. Plus y2 is 1 minus y1, which is 5. And then we square that, and then we're also taking the square root of that. So 4 minus -2 is like doing 4 plus 2. So that is 6. And 1 minus 5 is -4. Right, so then we square those numbers. So squaring it means multiply it by itself. So 6 times 6 is 36. -4 times -4 is 16. And then that's going to be the square root of 36 plus 16 is 52. So you can leave it as the square root of 52, or if you would like to get it as a decimal, that's okay too. So in this case, the square root of 52 is roughly 3.61. Right, so again, you're just plugging in the numbers into your formula to find the distance between the 2 points. Divided by. All right, so next we're going to find the midpoint between 2 points. So here we have our midpoint formula, right? And so this is going to be, your final answer is going to be in coordinates. So it's going to look something like this or like this. So let's go ahead and practice finding the midpoint between these 2 points. So finding the midpoint between the point -2, 3 and 1, 5. So remember we have x1 and y1 and x2 and y2. So again, we're just going to plug in those numbers. So x1 is -2, x2 is 1, and we're going to divide that by 2. Then to get our y coordinate, we're going to do 3 plus 5, 2. And then we'll just simplify this. So -2 plus 1 is -1. So we get a -1/2. And then 3 plus 5 is 8. And 8 divided by 2 is 4. Right, so that would make this your final answer. That's going to be the midpoint between those 2 coordinates. All right, and the last formula we're going to use is our slope formula. So the slope, if you remember from Algebra 1, for those of you that have had that class, is it's rise over run, right? So that's a number representing the steepness of the line. So just like our other two, we're going to have 2 coordinates. So So let's say we have 1, -4, and 3, 2. Right, so again, we have x1, y1, x2, y2. And we're just going to plug in these numbers. Now you'll notice that the variable for slope is a lowercase m. That's just what it is because we use a lowercase s for a lot of other things in geometry and in algebra. So the variable for slope is always a lowercase m. All right, so we're going to do y2, which is 2, minus y1, which is a -4, over x2, which is 3, minus x1, which is 1. So 2 minus -4 is 6. 3 minus 1 is 2. And 6 divided by 2 is 3. All right, so all I'm asking you to do on your homework is be able to plug these numbers into the correct formula. So hopefully this is fairly straightforward. If you all have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Now, tomorrow is a homework review video, so please make sure that you get your work submitted. So yesterday's worksheet and today's assignment by tonight, right? If not by tonight, by tomorrow morning, right? But it's late after tonight. Because if you have not submitted that stuff before I post that video tomorrow, I cannot give you credit for it. Also, we do have a chapter 3 quiz coming up on Friday. This is a short chapter. We're just going to take a quiz on it, and then we will move forward to chapter 4. All right, hope you all are having a good week so far, and I can't wait to see you next week.